Debra Danielsen here. I'm so excited. I'm going to be live with Jim Masters live show on YouTube Saturday, June the 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. Join us for some fun and some laughs. See you soon.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Variety Talk Show series. Now, if you've been following us live today, you know we were sitting in this chair just a couple of hours ago with our live coverage of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee. That's right. And for those of you who are watching, it was really a terrific episode, a lot of fun. Want to let you know that part 2, we're going to take you back to London, England tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, with our special JMS correspondent, Thomas Mace Archer Mills, from the founder of the British Monarchist Society. It's going to be live from London. It's going to be doing an incredible wrap-up of all the festivities, and it's going to be fantastic. So if you were with us earlier for the Queen Elizabeth Platinum Jubilee live coverage exclusively on the Jim Masters Show Live, our afternoon edition, part 2, tomorrow. Join us then. Coming up right now, an extraordinary guest. You've seen her on television, on a lot of different TV shows, on MTV and VH1 and so much more. She, of course, was on 16 and Pregnant on MTV and Teen Mom, even had her own special, Being Debra. We're talking about reality television star Debra Danielsen, joining us not from Iowa or New York, Chicago or LA. She's actually enjoying wine country right now in Portland, Oregon. It's her husband's birthday. We say happy birthday to him. So they're celebrating in the northwest corner of the United States. In addition, if you know her just as a reality TV star, she's also a fantastic singer as well. And she's an author of a new book, which we're going to talk about, which is riveting and eye-opening. And she's a rapper too. Yeah, she does it all. But of course, a lot of people know her from the television shows with her daughter as well, Farrah. And those were really, really fantastic. Here's a couple of shots there, some really, really great shots of the two of them together. You probably remember from these shows here. There was, of course, Teen Mom, as we mentioned. We mentioned that a little bit earlier here on the show. That was one of the shows that a lot of people watched and a lot of people certainly followed. And so many others. I mean, you're talking about a lot of different shows here that they've been a part of. And we're so excited because that's just one of the shows. 16 and Pregnant, of course, was another one. And then she had her own. This is such a great shot of her being Debra. And yeah, really, really cool stuff. So she can tell us really what it was like, to be in that reality television world. It is different and it can be crazy sometimes. There could be fabulous rewards. There can be nuttiness. And she's experienced it all. She's lived it all. She's been very open and has talked about it all as well. And she has some amazing albums out as well. Here's just some of them, gang. We'll talk about them as we go along. There as she is with her daughter Farrah, Farrah Abraham, when they were on Dr. Drew. They were also on Dr. Phil McGraw's show. You probably remember that as well together. It's another great shot as well. Here's a cool song. We're going to talk about this one. And of course, this as well, the music video. Cool covers to these albums too, and these singles and more. Here's another one. Side hustle, making it. I tell you, that's so topical because right now, everybody, the way the economy and all the craziness is, everybody's looking for side hustles to generate, more revenue in their lives. So we hope you guys are doing well. If this is your first time here, we welcome you. We've done about 700 episodes of what we call our Entertainment Lifestyle Variety Talk Show series called the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Variety Talk Show series. And we come at you here from the New York area in the United States, come at you live. We have great content on this series because every show is something different. Every show is something special. We do it like an old school talk show, but with a modern vibe and a modern twist. And again, if this is your first time here, we welcome you. We're sure you're going to have a good time with us. If you would like to chat in our exclusive JMS chat room, we do have it open and available. I see lots of comments already there. That's really cool. Welcome everybody to the show. Very easy to do, gang. If you want to comment right now while we're on live, the JMS chat room, exclusive chat room, is open and available. That is a gift for all of our subscribers to our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV. We made it easy. It's my name and then TV after it. Jim Masters TV. Just subscribe, click that red button you see on our YouTube channel. You see it there right now. Just click it. There's no cost for that. That's absolutely free. Lets us know you're part of the JMS Lovity family and you appreciate all the hard work and everything we're doing day in and day out to entertain, inspire, inform, and connect with all of you around the world. Thanks to the thousands of you who have been contacting us, writing Instagram messages, private Facebook messages, tweets, emails, comments on our YouTube channel underneath all the episodes, telling us about how much you're enjoying the episodes and what you enjoy about our series. Thank you so much. You guys are tried and true lovities, and we really appreciate that. And we try to get back to as many people. It's become so busy now here that we try to get back to everybody as quickly as we can. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support too. Some of you like to do the super chat, super emoji, super stickers. That's something you can do in live chat when the show is live. You can also do super thanks, which is the little heart icon under every episode. And that's thanking us for all this hard work and everything we're doing here to entertain and inspire you. So if you're just checking us out, we welcome you. If you're one of our regular Lovity viewers, good to see you as well. And as always, don't forget to give this episode a nice like. We love your likes. And also, as you're subscribing, don't forget to click the notification bell, little bell icon you see there next to the red subscribe bar. And that way there you'll be notified about all the incredible things we're doing here and all the episodes and specials and so much more. So we're really, really excited to have Debra here and have all of you here as well. I see a lot of comments built up in our JMS live chat room. Good to see everybody. We're going to show a few of those as well. If you do a super chat, super emoji, super sticker, we'll really show it and it'll be in a special color. And again, that helps support all of what we're doing here. This is our second show of the day. Most people are kicking up their heels on the weekend. We are here pounding out the content for all of you here on the Jim Masters Show. You guys know this plays off my work in television and radio. So Debra is here. She's all smiles because it's been a beautiful day in Portland. It's her husband's birthday. And, you know, it's really kind of her to be coming to our show when she's actually at a hotel. She's in a beautiful hotel. Her husband's there. She's a real trooper. She wanted to be on our show. And we have a mutual friend who you remember, Wayne Scott Lucas, of course, the noted celebrity fashion designer. We're all friends. And he was with us recently. If you didn't see that episode, check it out. Let's welcome her live and direct from Portland, Oregon, our wonderful guest, Debra Danielsen. Debra, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hey, and happy birthday to your husband, celebrating in Portland.
Thank you. I will definitely pass that along. He's still having some wine tasting right now.
now of what I like a good Riesling. I mean, I like a lot of different wines. Hey, I've got Irish in me, so. But do you have a favorite wine? Were there a few that you discovered on your wine tasting tour today that tickled your palate a little bit?
Well, I've been getting educated on some orange wines. I didn't know there was such a thing as orange wine.
No, I didn't hear.
Orange burgundies. And let me tell you, they are not only beautiful to look at, they're really delicious to taste. So I would say check it out.
That's fantastic. So did you guys go to several different wineries, you know, and the wine tastings and the samplings and all throughout the day today?
Yes, we have been to 4 wineries and 2 bars.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
There
That's
we go.
fantastic.
And we've had some incredible food here. It's just been a real beautiful experience.
That's a nice day. That's a nice day. I know you said it's a little rainy there, but that's a typical day in that region, right?
Oh, it's a soggy day in the neighborhood, but it's good. And the foliage is beautiful. The plants are blooming. I mean, you
Yes.
can ask for a more beautiful day.
Absolutely. So how have you been? All the guests are talking about how it's been a little bit of a crazy time the last couple of
Oh,
years.
yeah.
We've all, had teachable moments, learning experiences. We've had to
Mhm.
adapt. We've had some people have had to rewrite who they are and what they're doing and what they're going to be
Yeah.
doing next because the world sort of flipped upside down a little bit. How have you been? How's the family? And what are some of the things you've been working on?
I tell you, this COVID thing has really affected people's minds.
It
It's been
has.
It has
Yes.
just been tough to be so isolated. And I was just set to start going on tour and start singing and performing live. And then COVID hit. And I was so devastated because I've got lots of fans who have asked me to come out and perform. I have fans right now in New York City that are asking me to come for, this is Pride Month, right? And they're
Sure.
asking me to come and perform in New York City and to be there
Mm.
live and to help celebrate. And I want to do that. I want to do that so badly. So I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen. But my heart goes out because I see, especially for younger children that have been home and haven't been able to go to school or socialize properly. And I just don't know how this is going to affect, how people communicate in the future. I mean, it's just like really kind of scary to me.
Yeah, a lot of people are very uptight and angry and frustrated, and there's a lot of, there's violence and there's just all this and fear and anxiety. There's just so much of it, and all of us, I think, have had maybe moments of that through all of this, but
Yeah.
some people, they're really acting out in ways that is they're as we've seen on the news that are just extraordinarily horrific in the way
Mhm.
everybody's treating everybody. And, we're trying to do what we can to try to balance it out, bring people together however we can by entertaining, inspiring, have some
Right.
laughs, learn something, because you got to do that because you can't go through life just constantly being on edge, on the offense, hypersensitive. Everything is so like, a major soap opera all the time because
Yeah.
life's not
Yeah.
it's not fun that way. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
just, yeah. So it's like, and you come from reality television, so you've even seen in reality television how crazy things can get sometimes. Let's talk about that a little bit. How did that happen? How did you guys actually get into the world of reality television? Because there's a lot of people who want to do that and
oh
have had
yeah.
opportunities to do that, but not everybody gets selected. Not everybody gets to be a part of that. How did that work for you?
Well, it's interesting because we weren't looking to be on TV whatsoever. And then we just found that we were in a set of circumstances. It's like a perfect storm coming, right? I
Yeah,
was getting ready to retire from my executive job. And, I've been traveling all over the world putting in telephone networks. And I helped build and launch the first iPhone network
that's
in the
right.
United States. And so I was winding down from that. I decided to take early retirement. And just then we find out that after my daughter had gone through modeling school and acting school in Chicago, that all of a sudden, we're walking down the runway. Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant. And I'm like, great, right? So then we went to the agency where she had been taking her acting and modeling classes and whatnot. And we said, hey, is there anything that you have that we could turn this into something, that's beneficial, right?
Hmm.
They had nothing. There were no print commercial modeling opportunities, catalogs, nothing.
Nothing.
So lo and behold, about 3 weeks went by. We got a phone call from the agency and they said, Well, we don't know if this will be anything. There's no name to it, but there's a network looking for young, single, pregnant girls to be part of a show, and they need a self tape. Well, guess
Mm.
what? I had just won a camera, a little
What
mini
timing?
camera. Yeah. And so we made our first little video. We didn't know what we were doing. We sent it in. There were 6,000 videos that went in.
Wow.
They narrowed it down to like 100, and then my daughter goes, "Oh, Mom, guess what? There's only 7 girls now, and we've been invited to come to New York City." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't even believe it. This has to be a joke, right?"
Because you guys
But
were in Iowa. You're from Iowa originally, right?
right,
The
right,
breadbasket, the middle of the country, you know?
right next to Omaha, Nebraska. Yep. And all of a sudden, we found ourselves on an airplane, and we were in New York City in Times Square at the Viacom building, and we were filming.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm. And was that the 16 and Pregnant? Was it that show?
Yeah, this was the start of the franchise. So 16 and Pregnant, we thought was going to be a one-time shot. Nobody got paid for it. A lot of people think, oh, you go into TV, you make all kinds of money. No, you have to prove that you have marketability, right?
Yes. Right. Yes.
So if you're looking for a get rich gig, it's not reality TV.
Mm.
And so we went on this program and they aired it, and it was an absolute hit. There was nothing else like it.
Yeah. Right.
And it really started a whole new era in TV.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. And you guys, how long were you a part of that on MTV? How long did that run for? The run of you
Uh,
guys on it?
we we were officially on there a little over 10 years, and then my daughter decided she no longer could tolerate the program because of some
Yeah.
production issues. So
Yeah.
they asked me to come back. I finished up and did the final episode and reunion. They did a Being Deborah special, which was a lot of fun.
Yes, they
And then
did.
right when it
Yeah.
was time for us to get married, and we had this fantastic wedding at this aquarium, and it was just beautiful. All of that got nixed. So I still have a lot of fans going, "Deborah, did you get married? Are you still married? What's going on?" Right.
They're
And so
following, yeah.
that's going to be kind of like the next thing I'm going to hit, like on my podcast, my new podcast that I have.
That's cool. And then there was also Teen Mom, right? There was involvement with Teen Mom?
Yep. So we went back to New York City to film a reunion show. And all I can tell you, someone flipped the switch from the time we went into the building at 7 a.m. in the morning to the time we came out of that building at midnight. Okay, because we were filming all those hours. We came out, the paparazzi were everywhere, the limos were all lined up. And that's when I turned to Farrah and I go, our world just changed. This is
Forever.
no longer, going to the grocery store
It's
and
not
being,
Iowa.
no. Yeah. So it flipped really quickly. And that they decided to launch Teen Mom, Lauren Dahlgren, who's the inspiration behind all of this.
Yeah.
All of them, Liz Gately, they decided that, hey, this could be a real good program and it could help a lot of people. So that's when they launched Teen Mom and the franchise.
How would you say your lives changed as a result of being a part of MTV's 16 and Pregnant and then Teen Mom and then your own special created for you being Deborah? In what ways did it change? And I'm sure some of it was fantastic. And then
Yeah,
sometimes there might be a few things where you're like, gee, I'd rather not have that. You,
yeah,
you don't always want the 24/7 attention. You still want to live life and visit your family
right,
and relax.
right.
How would you say it changed in different ways for you and Farrah?
Well, here's what I love. I love that as an artist, people will drive by my house, they'll crank up their radios, and they'll just blast, White Woman's Rap or In Love with Me
Your
or something. They'll
music.
blast it, they'll be singing it, and then they'll go, "We love you, Deb." Okay, that's great. but when you're in, when you're going into the grocery store and you're on the front of the tabloids and they're spreading some stuff that's not quite, right, but it sells magazines, that's a tough number to take and to go stand in a line.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's when it's good to go to self checkout.
Self checkout, please.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you went on the reality shows, how did the rest of the family back home in Iowa and other places react to that? Were they welcoming, excited? Were they like, oh, what are you doing? I mean, how was their reaction? Because sometimes it could always be mixed. You never know how family and
Yeah.
friends will react to things, especially when you're in the public eye.
Yeah. And it takes a really special person to be in the public eye.
Yeah.
And you really need to love people to do that. And you really have to be able to listen and talk to people and understand where they're coming from. If you
Hmm.
can't do that, don't even think about getting on TV, right?
Right. Right. Exactly.
So
Yes.
my family was very supportive for the most part. But some of our relatives that were more far away, or some of our neighbors, didn't quite, gravitate to it. And I said, it's no different than the Bible. I mean, just think about it. The Bible is stories about families and people and what happened. I said, so we got a modern day version of the Bible as far as I'm concerned. Hi, Waylon.
Yes.
I
Waylon
screwed
was here to
up.
just see Waylon Kearney. Welcome, Waylon. You're now a Lovety on the Jim Masters Show Live. Deborah is an incredibly inspiring person. Her videos are all so positive, and she even deals with haters and kindness. Everyone can learn something from her.
Aw,
Uh, that's fantastic. We're big
that
about
is
it.
amazing. Thank you.
We're very big here on the show about kindness and empathy and caring for one another. Waylon, welcome to the show. You're now part of our JMS Lovety squad. We love that. Always welcoming new folks. Um, Waylon, where are you watching from? We always like to know what city, what town, what state, what country our viewers are watching from, because we have an international audience. Let us know where you're watching from, Waylon. That's nice. See, that's the upside of everything, is when you have great people like that saying nice comments like that too, huh?
Absolutely. And I love my fans. I think I have some of the best fans on the planet. And I'm so excited that they support me the way they do.
Yeah.
They are just awesome. Really.
Yes. So
And
did
to that point, I think that's, I love being on TV because I love people. And I really like to make, because like you said before, I mean, we're in a difficult time. People have been isolated. And, what's really tough is I think a lot of people forget to laugh and they forget to love themselves, and they don't know what they don't have the human interaction, the things we used to take for granted, just going down to get a coffee or just going to a
yes.
movie, right? So
Right.
I make little videos now and I try to sing, I try to dance, and I try to be like Lucille Ball, and I try
Mm,
to do something that's going to make people laugh. And
laugh.
then I
Yes.
get people who say, "Oh, you're crazy." No, I'm not crazy. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep it light, and I'm just trying to make people laugh.
That's it, right? Exactly. Now, you mentioned too that you had this really important corporate job before all of this, and you were retiring, right? Tell us about your life, Deborah's life prior to the reality and the glitz and glamour of reality television and Hollywood and all of that.
So, unbeknownst to most people, I spent most of my 26-year career either in the Bell Laboratories in a lab, or I spent a lot of time in a production manufacturing facility. And then I took a sales position, and I've traveled the world and I've helped build and operate different telephone networks. And I was just so excited to be part of two very important things in my career. Number one, the successful launching of the World Wide Web. Hello. That was me and my team helping out on that. And the second thing I did
And we
was
thank you
the
for that.
iPhone network. So that was just, just an incredible thing to be able to do that kind of stuff.
That's
So,
incredible, huh?
yeah, I mean, this is like a once in a lifetime thing to be able to do that. So I was really excited to do that and be a part of such a talented team of people. And then, then to come into entertainment was even more eye-opening to me because those are some of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. And I'm truly
Yes.
excited to work with all of the talented people.
That's incredible. So, as far as the singing career and all of that, had you always been a singer? Were you singing prior when you were a kid, a teenager, coming up the ranks? How did the singing part develop for you, Debra?
Well, I always loved to be in school. I was always part of choir. I
Me
was
too.
always
Yeah.
in band, in orchestra. Love music, love all kinds of music, right? I don't think I'm too good at that barn. What did they call that barn style dancing where you do the do-si-dos and all of that? I wasn't
Oh,
really
yeah,
good
like
at
square dancing.
Yeah, square dancing. I wasn't really good at that. I felt like I was a little bit uncoordinated. But all of the
When
rest
they
of
say
it,
go right, you went left.
yeah, I think so. And then they'd come out with all these fancy things. Let's face it, a lot of the boys in sixth grade, they didn't want to touch girls, right? And they were like, yeah. And then they were all sweaty. And so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
They would say yucky and all that, right?
So I did a lot of choir work. I love that. And I just think music helps people feel better.
Yes. Yeah, it does. It's very healing. Yeah. We've had a lot of artists in the musical world come through the Jim Masters show live too. And it really is, it's very, very healing. So, how did you get started with the singing? Did you do it at the same time that the reality TV series were on, or did it come after or before? How did it happen for you,
Well,
Debra?
I know a lot of people go to MTV and they try to get on MTV and they try to get on VH1. I was sitting
Yes.
in my house one day and I got a phone call from the executives and they go, Debra, we want to give you your own show, your own special, and we want you to get up there and produce and write and sing a song in 48 hours.
In 48 hours.
So Deb's OG, rap, and being Debra special. My whole deal, I flew to Jackson, Mississippi, where I had my team. We wrote the song, produced it,
Wow.
and filmed it in 48 hours.
You did it in 48 hours. Wow. That's incredible. And what was the
And
song?
that's where we came up with that famous line that a lot of people love to quote. More than a mom. I'm the bomb.com. Hey DJ, play that song. So that's where that came from Deb's OG Rap.
That is where that came from. Wow. See, you learn something new every day, gang. I bet you didn't know that. That's cool. You have the creator right here. You know, I want to go through some of the albums. So, and she's going to perform for us, gang, which is great, right there in the hotel. It's like she's on stage performing at the hotel. Now in the lounge, Debra Danielsen, Debra-D.
I am. You can see back here. So get this, because of the pandemic, this bar here at the Marriott Bonvoy residence in Portland has been shut down for the 2 years of the COVID. So starting, I guess, tomorrow, they're going to open this bar up again. But tonight is Deb's OG stage. And so
I know.
what I wanted to do was I did something fun this year that most people from Iowa would never do. But I used to live and work in the south of France. And I lived there for 3.5 years. And part of what I did was build up telephone networks while I was there. And one of the things I did was attend a lot of events with my corporate clients. So we went to the Cannes Film Festival. And I always loved and admired the talent there, the people. I mean,
It's amazing.
Spectacular.
Yeah, it's such a great, the south of France is unreal. Yeah.
So TikTok came and said, hey, Debra, we're going to do for the 75th anniversary of Cannes Film Festival, we're going to partner with the people who put on the Cannes Film Festival. And for the first time ever, we're going to have a short video contest. So I went in and I put in a short video is anything 3 minutes or less. And so they had a competition. I didn't win, but a little Iowa farm girl, I put in my 3-minute video, and it's a rap battle video. And it shows a little story about what is a rap battle, because a lot of my friends and fans go, what's a rap battle? Why would you do that? Well, that's a really important thing, I think. I love rap, and it's storytelling. Anyway, so we put together a 3-minute video, and I actually rap with one of my songwriters on this, and it's very fun. It's nothing, real, like, it's not a rap battle like MTV or VH1, but it is kind of fun. So,
and that's the one we have. Is that the video that we have? The Deb talk?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That's it.
We have it. There it is. Why don't we show that? You want to tell us again a little bit about it, what we're going to see a little bit, or just show it and then we'll talk after?
Yeah, why don't you just show it and then we'll talk after?
All right. So here it is, gang. This is the video that she was just referencing, which is, we were looking at it throughout the day. It's really cool. I think you guys are going to really, really love watching this. And let's play it for you right now, live on the Jim Masters Show Live. Our very special guest joining us from a beautiful hotel lounge after a day of wine tasting with her husband, not too shabby, in Portland, Oregon. Debra Danielsen. She's a reality television star, rapper, singer, author, mom, wife, all the rest. And she was supposed to be retired. Here we go. Enjoy Deb Talk.
During a violent era in the boroughs of New York City, the urban voices of the generation developed battle rap as a way to take animosity off the streets. These freestyle rhymes became a way for MCs to diss and attack other MCs with flair, bravado, and charisma. Decades later, freestyles became a pastime for all ages, races, and people. The current state of technology has allowed these two rap icons to sling improvised rhymes at each other from across the country. Only this time, they aren't dissing each other, they are throwing shade at a common enemy: the haters.
Welcome. Yep, Debra-D, it's Cam. What's up?
I'm feeling really edgy, though. It's like I got haters out there.
Welcome. You got this shit. Go out there and kill it.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, would you help me practice a little bit my rap battle?
Yeah, most def. You got something you want to spit?
I do.
Get ready to rock.
Austin, chasing after Capitola, Texas, flossing. Haters give me powers like I'm Austin. Check this, Debra-D. Don't let him get close to me. Point me to the cash. I'm a beggar like some groceries. I'm living it. When I was a kid, I couldn't picture this. Moving in a flash, I'm a store that they could never miss. It's easy. No, you see me strutting on your TV. Starstruck, all these jealous people want to be me. And they're watching, telling me I'm way outside my prime. Got the rulie on my wrist. Some would call that perfect timing. I've been climbing towards the light. It's been rough but like a diamond. Been polishing my lyrics. In the end, I'll come out shining. It's Debra-D.
Waking up another day, I guess. Another 24 fucking stress. Another 24 feeling fucking less than everybody that's around me. I guess I'll buy some shit to cover my emotions with. This life I live and how I ended up. I couldn't picture this. I was supposed to graduate from college. And I know my pops was pissed, was obligated, working jobs until I fucking made it. Now I made it. Am I famous?
Round 2.
They say their grandma doesn't act like me. I said I feel bad for her. I asked these jokers why so serious. We should laugh more. Maybe we should show love instead of trying to backdoor. Made it onto MTV, but this ain't what I asked for. Haters used to get to me, but now I just have fun with it. Spotify hit me up and told me just to run with it. Debra-D, yeah, I'm 63. They watching me spitting. Mad that I still got my real teeth and they just not winning. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Can't apologize, I'm hot. A granny, I am not. They all watching me like a fox. What's the news? That Debra-D's got something to prove. I've been breaking all the rules and for that I'll never lose. It's Debra-D.
Signed my life away. Past I recollect. Sitting on Chris's couch. Lex would tell me I was next. Told me crawl before I walk. So before I took my steps, I would jump, leap of faith. Had no chance to hold my breath. Yeah, I was diving in. Face first, nobody would understand, nobody would hit me up, but my girl when times was rough, and goddamn, you saved my life.
Hey Cam, congratulations. That was awesome.
Thank you so much. Yours was so fire too. Count me up.
Boom.
So when did you guys do that? When did you put that together, and how long did that take? Was that the 48 hours?
No, this was just recently done, and we did this in 1 week. And because of the pandemic, we had to do it remotely. And what we wanted to show was how technology has changed music and how it has changed people coming together and facilitated more communication between ages, cultures, races, everything. And that's what that was about. So we did this about 2 months ago,
Oh, it's
and
fresh. Yeah.
very fresh, and submitted. And anyway, it was fun to do it. And I think what I was trying to do too was to inspire people to go after their dreams. I mean, how many white women 63 years old are out there rapping? You need to just go for it.
They're wrapping at Christmas time. All the gifts.
There you go.
Well, yes. Now you have this too, and is this part of that, or this was a separate project?
Oh, White Woman's Rap is a separate project.
Tell us
And
about this.
yeah, so I filmed this out in the street, right in front of the house, right where we used to film, Teen Mom, 16 and Pregnant, all of these shows. And the reason I did this song was because I'm a white woman. This song is about me, and it's about how hard I've worked in my life. Because I don't know. There's just people who watch the TV show Teen Mom and think, oh, I came into all of this because I'm sponging off of my daughter, or I'm sponging off of somebody. And they didn't realize that I was out there working hard and every day taking care of the family. And a lot of times I was the only breadwinner in the family, paying the bills. And then I got to thinking about all the other people out there. I don't care if they're single moms, single dads, but they're out there working their butts off every day. And they're trying to make it, they're trying to make their dreams come true. But nobody ever gives these people any credit. So that's why I wrote this song. And I took a lot of heat for it because if you watch the video, I'm wearing some clothing that some people think is inappropriate or not appropriate for my age, or oh my God, how could you do that? Well, let me tell you, I'm proud of my body. I'm proud of the human race. I don't have anything to hide, and everybody knows what we got. We've all seen it. So whatever. So I got out in the street with my dancers. We did this rap, and it was 100 degrees when we filmed this. And it
Wow.
was at the pandemic, and we filmed on asphalt in 100-degree heat. My AMG Mercedes was running the whole time, so the heat was coming off the engine. So I'm glad I didn't have a whole lot on, but it was fun, and all the neighbors came out. Everybody was standing around watching, and we had a blast. It was a great song to celebrate, and I hope that people will play it, love it, and celebrate who they are.
Absolutely. Here's another one too. This one here. Tell us about this one.
So that's the one we filmed, wrote, produced in 48 hours. And we did that down in Jackson, Mississippi. And it was fun. It was the first time I had actually sang or produced a song for any kind of public consumption. And it's done very, very well.
That is cool. I mentioned this one earlier too. Side hustle, making it. What was the inspiration for this one?
Okay, so right before the pandemic hit, I went out. I got a regular job. I was working at an AT&T store. It was just a horrible experience because people would come in. No joke. I had one guy come in. He came in with his iPad and he's holding it in his hands like this, and he gives it to me and he goes, I forgot this on the top of my car and I ran over it, and you gotta fix it. You gotta make it work. And I'm like, what? You ran over it with your car. There's no way I can fix it. And he just got so crazy. He just like really went ballistic on me. And I thought, oh my God, I just can't, I can't handle this kind of stuff, right? So I wrote this song because there were in my short tenure there at the store, helping people with their cell phones and their cell plans and all of these kind of things. I just found that it was incredibly hard work for very little money. And I wrote that song to encourage people who have to get up and go to work every day at a job they hate. And they're like, I got to do this. I got to pay my bills. I got to eat. I need gas. Yeah. So I wrote that song because I get it.
That's amazing, huh? Because you
Yeah.
did it. Yeah. So that's truth. That's you speaking your own truth too, which I think is
Right.
really cool
Exactly.
when you get to do that. This is a cool shot too, Debra.
Yeah, that's from the Being Debra special, and that's when we were in the lab doing our first go of the song. That's when we were actually recording it.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Wow. And then this is more recent, this one, right?
Yep. Yep. So this is from my new album called Rebel. You'll notice that Rebel is spelled a different way. You'll notice that one of the E's is backwards. And you'll notice that I'm wearing Chanel. I'm wearing a Chanel bathing suit. I have Chanel sunglasses. I got a Chanel necklace on. And why is that? Because my message is to love yourself in this album. Not only to love yourself, but treat yourself well and to understand that you can be anything you want to be. You just have to believe in yourself.
That's so key, isn't it? Sometimes we often forget that we need to believe in ourselves because sometimes it seems like the world is against you, not rooting for you oftentimes, and they don't care.
Right.
So that's a great positive message. Here's another one too, Nothing at All. Tell us about
Right.
this one.
So my album is actually 5 songs and it's a journey. And it's about the relationships I've had in my life. These are love relationships. And so this is the very first song where I start out and it goes, I know nothing at all, no, nothing at all, but I've tried giving my all, giving my all. I gave up all that I owned till I was no more, but all I ask is for you to love me. So, how many times have any of us been in a relationship in our life where we just wanted somebody to love us, right? And then to find out that that person thinks you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not sexy enough, whatever crap they put on you. And then you drink that Kool-Aid. But this song at the very, very end is like an epiphany where you're like, guess what? I am enough. And someday, when I'm on top, you'll come back and you'll want me, but I'm not there anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the message. And the album goes through this series of 5 songs. So we got Nothing at All. Then we've got a song that's kind of in the middle called Bullets and Booze. And I did this as a tribute to the Werewolves of London. I don't know if you remember that old song, but I loved it growing up. And Michael Jackson's Thriller album. So Michael Jackson was a huge inspiration to me. I love Michael Jackson. Love Janet Jackson.
Did you ever get to meet either?
I have not. And Wayne, just knowing Wayne and having known that Janet and Wayne are so close and all that he's done for her, I'm just like, I mean, it's just like a magical chemistry to talk to him about anything about that. But anyway, I did this song, Bullets and Booze, kind of like a cross between a tribute to both of those two songs that were inspiring. And it's kind of like almost like a laughter, like, a lot of singles go into a bar to meet people. Well, people are always pretending to be stuff they're not, right?
Yeah.
So it's a Jekyll and Hyde, and it's, all of these things. So that's what my song is talking about. And in the music video, we actually do a zombie apocalypse, and we have a hearse, and all the zombies come out and they go into the bar, but they're really not pretending to be anything in the bar except who they really are. So really, they're more honest. And it came out at Halloween. So then the next song we go to is Come Home, and that's a song that's genuinely heartfelt, because it's a song about somebody telling me, oh, come back to me, I miss you, I love you, I've really changed. And then to come all of this way, driving like 3,000 miles to come back, and this person has somebody else, and you're like, what?
How'd that happen?
Yeah, right.
They moved quickly.
What a coinkydink, right?
Yeah.
And
going on
Freddie
here?
Scott actually worked with me on that song, and he's a 2-time Grammy Award winner.
Yes.
And he does a lot of stuff for RuPaul, so he's great. And then the final song is called Going Off, which you have the album cover up there. But the Going Off is a total celebration about you've come into your own. You realize you don't need any relationship because you know who you are now. You're in love with yourself. And that's one of the other songs on the album, In Love with Me. And so now you're able to go out, put on your Jimmy Choos, strut the parking lot, and just celebrate who the heck you are and not apologize for it.
Be you and live you, right? It's so important, right? Don't get fenced in or boxed in. Did you ever feel like you were fenced in and boxed in?
Definitely. When you're in a relationship with a person who's very controlling and they're putting you down, they're telling you, oh, like, I had this situation, your butt's too big, you're this, you're that, whatever. Oh, you don't cook things the right way, whatever. I mean, it's so freeing when you learn to love yourself, know that you're enough. And hey, if you love your cooking and it's not killing anybody, it can't be that bad. So I call that a win. I call it a good day.
That's true. Exactly. Yeah. Do you have a specialty? Does Debra have a specialty in the kitchen that she makes?
I love to make Belgian waffles, and I love to put fresh fruit on them.
Ooh, because we have a foodie crowd that watches this show for sure.
Oh, yeah. I love Belgian waffles. And I actually did a little Twitter, and I think I put it on an IG reel of my new Belgian waffle maker that I got that I thought was fantastic. And it's foolproof. So if you're intimidated by making a Belgian waffle, totally go over to Sam's Club and get this little Belgian waffle maker. It'll change your life.
It sounds like you've had a lot of experiences that have changed your life in so many different ways, huh?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. And how's your daughter doing? How's Farrah?
Well, sad to say, I haven't talked to Farrah in a year. We quit talking on her birthday last year because of a little outburst of things that I just couldn't accept. So I'm taking a break right now. And I just want my daughter to get well, and I want her to be happy. Mental health is extremely, and I must emphasize this. Mental health is extremely important. And it's extremely important. I mean, a lot of people only hear about people who go in for AA or they go in for drug rehabilitation. But mental health is no different. You have got to stick to it, stay on it, and take care of yourself,
Yes. Did the limelight and the reality shows, I imagine that must have had an impact on her, especially at a young age too.
Celebrity is not for everybody. And I don't people don't understand the pressure that it can put on people from anywhere from unrealistic expectations to a person's self-image and body image. All of these kind
Yes.
of things are really important. And then you have to look at the person's makeup emotionally. Are they mature enough? Have they learned to accept themselves? If you know who you are, that's one thing. But if you really don't and you start listening to all of those people and all those voices, it can really hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Long lasting. Absolutely. Well, here's hoping that things, smooth out and come back around. Family's family, love is love, and you guys love each other dearly and immensely. And just
Yep.
hopefully she'll, have the things happen that she needs to provide her, healing and comfort and care, which is very, very important, like you say, in anybody's life. Um,
Right.
you're an author. You have author on your
Us.
resume, which is
Us.
incredible. And you've authored this. Tell us about this, Vapor.
So I was going through one of those rough patches that I'm singing about in my album where you think you're not good enough, right? And so I got on Match.com one day because a friend had said, "Oh, I found this great person." So I got on Match.com. All of a sudden, this guy appeared, and I thought, wow, this guy's amazing. So we hit it off. Everything seemed to be going in the right direction, only to find out by the end of it, in writing this book, I had to get the CIA, the FBI, the Royal Malaysian Police, and our local law enforcement involved because he was actually a scam artist and he lied and he manipulated. And, this was back in 2013. So that information and how those scammers actually are so sophisticated and they go and do research when they're after big money. They
Yes.
actually research their victims and then they craft a story very, very individually focused on you. So you
Right.
really believe what they say to you.
Yes.
I won't be fooled anymore. I mean, absolutely not. But I mean, it's incredible. And I would encourage everybody to read the book, or if they know somebody who's in a sketchy relationship, give them
Yeah.
the book. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's well worth it.
They tend to sometimes target widows too. Like if they
Yeah,
see, they go through the obituary pages of the newspapers to see that somebody's spouse passed away. And then all of a sudden they start sending these notes and showing sort of online affection and sympathy towards that person who lost their spouse. And then all of a sudden, you know, money is being sent to Nigeria or whatever. And you're like,
right.
wait a minute. And then the kids get involved and say, wait a minute, mom or dad, what are you doing? Oh, well, he cares about me. Look at the note. Yeah, but do you know
Yeah,
his last name? Do you know his address? Do you know anything about him? No, but he's caring about me. Yeah, but do you know anything about him? And why is your checkbook out with a check for 500 being written out? Or you know what I
yeah,
mean? Or why are you doing Western Union wires? We hear about those stories all the time, huh?
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's getting more and more prevalent. It's actually becoming a crisis now. And, the sad thing is, it does play on your emotion. And especially when you're going through COVID and you're isolated and you don't have a lot of maybe real personal interactions, it's even more and more dangerous now to be out there and be online. And the other thing that you got to be aware of is that these are false. They're stealing other people's profile pictures, they're posing as other people, they're using fake names and it just, it's just in no way highway for you, and you got to let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Wasn't that in Frozen?
There you
Doesn't
go.
Adina Menzel sing that? Let it go, let it go.
Yeah,
Speaking of that, so the book itself, is it available at Amazon and different places? Where can people actually
you
get?
can. You
The
can
book.
buy it at Amazon very quickly, and you can go over to Barnes and Noble, and it's a print-on-demand book there, but you can get it there as well. And it's available right now, so it's a
That is
good
cool.
buy.
What was that writing process like for you? Was it therapeutic? Was it cathartic? Was it painful? What was it like?
Well, at first I wasn't going to even talk about it because when you have something like this happen to you, there's this immense shame that comes over you.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, part of the thing of healing is that you've got to put it out there, admit that it happened, so you can overcome it. So that's why I sat down. I locked myself in my house for a week, didn't go anywhere, and I wrote. And I will tell you, it is therapeutic. And I'm happy I did this because I've had several people write to me and tell me how it saved them or changed their life or made them, they've taken it and given it to a friend who was about to make a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
So I think it's done its job, and I'm really happy for that.
That is fantastic. Congratulations on that. I mean,
you.
television, music, writing, supposedly retired, still doing it all.
I don't ever want to retire, Jim. Never, never, right? I mean, there's so much more to life to explore and to do.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
they
think
are.
my daughter and I will definitely, absolutely work things out. But sometimes people need a little space. And I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely. It's our lovely audience sharing some lovely, spreading some JMS lovely your way from all of us here. You want to, did you want to do a little rap for us? A couple of raps maybe, so they can hear some of you?
I think, I really think my rap battle was fine tonight. And, that's just me. But here's what I would like to do. For anybody out there who would like to rap or rap battle me, I would like to hear from them, because on my podcast that I'm doing, my Rebel podcast, I want to feature some of my fans. And I think the most fascinating people are just people like everyday people living their everyday lives, right?
Yeah.
So I want to give people, my fans, the opportunity to have the spotlight. And so if anybody out there wants to rap battle me, I'm ready to hear from you. So I'd like to take a minute to say, if you would like to reach out to me on Instagram, give me a DM, right? Facebook, you can also DM me. And let me see what you got. And then we'll take it as a personal challenge and we'll go for it. Yeah.
She's laying out the challenge, everybody watching live or Memorex. That's what I say, the archives.
We might have to come back and have a sequel with you, and you can see what happens and let you pick the winner.
Yes, I've done a lot of emceeing at Carnegie Hall and everywhere else. It could be the master of ceremonies, the master of ceremonies. Kind of cool,
huh? Awesome.
What else do you have planned for your wonderful weekend there in wine country?
So my husband works very hard. He's in infectious disease, and so he takes care of a lot of very ill people from COVID. But also because of COVID and people being locked up, there's been this huge explosion in sexually transmitted diseases. So I think he's stressed out, and the whole medical staff, has been under tremendous pressure. So my whole point of being here is that we go places he wants to go. And I know he's got some really cool places to go for dinner. And so we're going to go have dinner after this. And we're going to go see Top Gun. And we're going to go do a couple of really fun things.
The original Top Gun?
No, the new Top Gun.
The new one. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be cool. So that's what everybody was doing during the downtime. I thought that they were just home baking sourdough bread, which is that's what everybody said they were doing. They were baking sourdough bread but your husband knows otherwise.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, I never expected this.
I thought that they were just home baking sourdough bread and watching Dick Van Dyke reruns, you know.
Well, I guess it must have got a little boring. So they, after they ate, they had a lot of energy. So they had to, like burn it off.
Yes. Jane's watching in Sweden. She wants to know, do you sing other types of music separate from rap? And do you write your songs? And do you sing covers? Do you sing other people's songs? So do you sing other music separate from rap? Do you write your songs? And do you also sing covers?
Okay, so let's take the first one. I do sing other songs, but I sing them in my house or I sing them to my family or my children. But I love gospel music. I love the song by Colton Dixon, Made to Fly. I think it's very inspirational. And I even love some of the very old songs like, The Old Rugged Cross, some of the really old traditional songs. I do write a lot of my own songs, but what I have is I have people like Cam, who you just saw on the TikTok video, right? And what I do is I take my songs and my ideas and I have them tweak them for me.
Mm.
Because why? I want to be very relevant and very with, this new language, like, oh, that's fire. That's dope, right? I mean, you got to keep current. So there's just so much going on. And then the third one was what? What other genre do I like? I believe.
So the cover songs
Oh, the
and
cover
other
songs. Yeah.
music do you sing, and do you write your songs or songwriter?
I don't do cover songs because when it gets into royalties
The
and all of it,
copyright.
copyrights, it gets too messy. So everything I do is copywritten, and no, I don't do cover songs. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll do them at home, maybe in the shower or Christmas
Well, I
time.
do it with friends. Like if friends are around and we're doing a party or something, definitely, right?
Yeah.
Ariana Grande songs I love. I love Katy Perry songs, Billie Eilish, stuff like that. Absolutely.
What are some other things that you do that people don't know, Debra? Other hobbies, other loves and passions that you have? They know from the music, the writing, the reality television star, the TV series. What are some other things in your quiet moments? Do you like to cycle or garden or swim? What are some other things that make you happy that are yours?
So the number one thing I love is to go outside and work in my garden.
Yeah.
And I love flowers and trees. That's why Portland and Seattle are such a miracle because they're like big botanical centers. So beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
And the other thing I love to do is hike and I love to work out.
Oh, that's great. So you like
Yeah.
nature and health and
Yeah,
taking care of yourself.
very much, very
Do you
much.
do
And
you watch what you eat too? Do you try to watch what you eat?
yeah, and this is another thing I want to address. So thank you for asking. I have people say, oh, she's drunk. Oh, she's high. Oh, she's on medication. No, I absolutely take nothing. If I take anything, it's a vitamin, right? Or I take some of these longevity vitamins. And I highly, highly, highly recommend you take care of yourself and eat properly. My worst food that I absolutely have to break down and have every now and then are some McDonald's French fries. Gotta have those every now and then.
They
But
are
I
they
will
are
tell
some of the
you,
best, aren't they? There's something that
yeah.
they do with them. There's
Well,
something.
they put sugar on them, so it's addictive. I think. I think that was what happened.
Oh, there's a little bit of just enough where we don't necessarily notice it, but it's enough
Yeah,
to bring us back.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Secret, you
that's what
learned
I
that
love.
too.
I love to eat like kale salad. I love to eat like fresh fruits, and I love to eat just very whole kind of foods.
That's fantastic. That's great. So you're loving life. And what would you say to the 10-year-old Debra if you were to talk to the 10-year-old Debra now about life, about your experiences?
I would tell my 10-year-old self, don't be afraid. Quit being intimidated. You are enough. No matter how many people tell you that's impossible. You're from Iowa, you're poor, you cannot go to New York, you can't be on the stage, you can't be on TV. I would just tell that 10-year-old, go out, be fierce, and be courageous.
That's beautiful. What would you say to somebody right now who is struggling with everything that's going on in our world and just struggling with life, and they're looking for, maybe they're looking at you as a source of inspiration, somebody who's been able to sort of be a trailblazer on a lot of different levels, not taking no for an answer, wanting to trudge through. What would you say to them if they're having a rough time right now and they just happen to be watching us in this show?
I will tell you this. You are beautiful. You are worth it. And don't let anybody ever tell you anything different, because guess what? God didn't make any mistakes. And you are a beautiful masterpiece. So go be everything you've ever dreamed of, and don't take anything less.
That's really beautiful. That really is beautiful. What are some of those blessings and joys, in your life that keep you going, keep you, the train on the track for you, and keep you inspiring and want to, entertain people and make them feel good and make them feel happy, and not take life as crazily seriously as sometimes we tend to do?
Well, I think when, you go through a bad time in life, and, people saw me on TV being abused or being disrespected, right? Um, when you lose a loved one, when you go through those tragedies and you finally make it through and you come out better, then you have more empathy for other people. And you want to say, give me your hand. Watch this crazy video where I'm singing and bouncing around in my house. Why? Because I want you to laugh, and I want you to hear my message that I'm giving you, that you're okay. It is okay. Laugh.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's a new day, and
Mhm.
tomorrow's another day where you have an opportunity to get one more step closer to where you want to be.
That's beautiful. What else is on the bucket list for Debra? Are there places you want to travel to, places you'd love to see, things you still want to do? Because you've got a lot of, irons in the fire there. You've got a lot of things going on.
So I'm like you, Jim. I love to travel. All right. And I love people. And even though it didn't make the episode for MTV, MTV booked a gig for me in Italy. I actually got up on stage and I sang Debra-D.
Did you?
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. It was like a little disco, and it was in Sorrento, Italy.
Very
And
nice.
I would love to go to Europe. I admire Johnny Depp, okay? And I'm just like, when Johnny Depp was over there the other day and he was singing. Now look at there. Here's an example. Here's a guy going through a bad situation, right? Family trouble is never easy. And so he's going through a bad situation, but what did he do? He got on a plane, he went over to his friend Jeff Beck, and they got up on stage, and he sang, and he played. He did what his heart enjoys. And that's what I would like to do. So I would like to go get on stage and get up there with some friends of mine. I'd like to sing, I'd like to dance, and I'd like to help people celebrate their lives and count their blessings.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Really extraordinary. We won't keep you too much longer because you're enjoying a beautiful birthday weekend with your husband there in wine country. But somebody that likes to pop in towards the latter part of our shows, Mr. Dapper here. George Burns is with us this evening.
I love it.
Here he is, and he's always dapper with that cigar, with that red pocket square there. And he said you knocked it out of the park, kiddo. He thoroughly enjoyed everything, including the rapping. And he was rapping with you, too.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he enjoyed himself. My aunt collected dolls, my aunt in West Hartford, Connecticut. And this got passed down to me. She got him when he turned 100 and they had the collectibles out. So she snagged him and he became part of our family here, JMS family. So he wishes you all the best, sends you some George Burns Lovity as well. And this was a pleasure, really. Spread the word about our show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We try to make it warm and comfortable. Like I say to everybody, I don't call these interviews. They're more conversations like Cavett, like Carson, some of the greats. And you're welcome back anytime. We'll keep the porch light on for you. And I hope the show met whatever expectations you had, Debra, and you enjoyed the time with me as much as I definitely have with you.
You are amazing, and I salute you for doing all of these shows. I'm impressed, and thank you for having me on. Sending love. I wish I could send you some wine for a tasting, but maybe next time we'll do it in person.
That would be fantastic. Yes, as I say on the show with the guests, we will have to break bread soon. And I have a lot of bread to be breaking, which is a good thing, you know.
Absolutely.
Continued blessings and joy in your life and success, and keep knocking them dead, you know, with all that your heart desires as well. Sherry Larson, who's also in the mid part of the country there. She's in Kansas. Thank you for joining us tonight, Debra, and best wishes in all that you do in the future. Kathleen Walker in New York City as well, saying thanks for being here, Debra, as well. Some of our Lovity squad. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a very interactive host. I like to bring people in who watch and support. So this was cool. Spread the word about our show. If you know of other folks you think would like to pop on, they're welcome to join us, Debra. And you enjoy your beautiful weekend there with your husband and continue smiling and rapping. And Nikki says, thanks for joining us, Debra. You are now a member of the Lovity Squad, the Jim Master Show Lovity Squad. So I always say to the guests, there's Oscars, Emmys, Grammys, Tonys, Tellys, Peabodys. But when you get a Lovity on the Jim Master Show Live, I bet your feet are tingling right now, aren't they?
They are. I'm levitating.
You're she's one of our Lovity levitators. That's even better. You take care, my friend. A real pleasure.
We're taking it to new levels, Jim.
To new heights.
So yeah, thank you, and have a great weekend.
You too as well, and say hi to Wayne if you talk to him, and we will chat soon. And Sue says, God bless, Debra. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Sue. God bless.
You take care, Debra, and enjoy the rest of your night. She is there in wine country. We really appreciate her being with us. She's enjoying a beautiful weekend there in the Portland area, although she said it's raining a little bit. And but they're making the best of it. That was terrific, huh? We went in a lot of different avenues there with the conversation, which we always tend to do. Debra Danielsen, singer, author, reality television star from MTV's 16 and Pregnant, Teen Mom, Being Debra, and a lot of other things. And I bet you didn't know, if you saw her on those reality TV shows, I bet you didn't know that she worked in corporate. She was involved in the creation of the World Wide Web, the internet, and phone systems, and helped get phone systems installed in Europe and everywhere else. She had this major corporate job before ever having this happen, where she entered the reality TV world with her daughter, Farrah, on those shows. So really interesting stuff, right? You probably learned something you didn't know about somebody that maybe you were aware of, or maybe this is the first time you learned about her right here on the Jim Masters Show. Gang, you guys are the best. This was a double Lovity day. We had two shows. If you didn't see earlier, we were live from London, England, from the UK, with our JMS correspondent, Thomas. And we're going to be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, for part 2, with even more extended coverage live from Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee. It's the first time it's happened where it's been platinum for a queen in England. And the festivities are incredible. The international coverage is extraordinary. And it's just, it's a nice, whether you follow the royal family or not everybody does, but it's just something nice to take your mind off the craziness of all the stuff that's going on in the real world. And so we're going to be covering that tomorrow live. We're going to have live coverage from the Queen Elizabeth Platinum Jubilee. It's going to be part 2. We had part 1 today. And Thomas had a little trouble with his Wi-Fi there because, there was a million people there. But he's got it all set up for tomorrow. He'll be back with us as our JMS correspondent. That's something exclusive for all of you. And we'll be doing more things like that, too, taking you to other parts of the world. I'll be traveling. Next week, I'll be in Florida on assignment on a television show project. And we'll be doing some shows from Fort Lauderdale as well, which is going to be really nice. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. And thanks for joining us for this episode of the Jim Masters Show, Entertainment Lifestyle Variety Talk Show series. You're very welcome, Kathleen, one of our faithful lovelies, one of our favorites. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Good night, all. Absolutely. Again, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, we're taking you back over to the United Kingdom as we continue our team coverage of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee. And there's a lot of cool things we're going to be showing you tomorrow because this is going to be the wrap up to the festivities. So thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Jim, for all you do. Now relax and enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, lovelies. Love and hugs to you, Sherry, as well, who's one of the great supporters of our show in terms of sharing the YouTube links on her social media. She shares it on all her social media, every episode of our series, every episode. I think one time she was climbing Mount Everest, but before she reached the top, she made sure she posted the links to our upcoming episode that night. I think she was at a wedding once and she told the bride, stop going down the aisle. I'm not finished with my posted, and then said, okay, you can continue. That's the kind of support that Sherry is. She's a big supporter of the Jim Masters Show, and we love that. And all of you who do, whether you do it through Super Chat, Super Emojis, we're going to be setting up a Patreon page. People have asked us, you guys have asked us to do that because you said, how can we support what we're doing here? And those who've done super thanks and everything else, we appreciate that. So good stuff. And yeah, I want to let you know also coming up, this isn't until later next week, but we have another amazing guest next week. This is going to be on Thursday. World-renowned magician, mentalist, and hypnotist David Sharif, live coming to us from Las Vegas. He sells out in Vegas, and he's going to do some magic tricks for us and a lot of other cool things. You've seen him on Penn and Teller, probably. You've seen him on the TV series Wizard Wars. He's going to be with us this coming week as well. And good stuff. Yeah, really, really good stuff. So we're looking forward to that and looking forward to joining you again soon. Again, for those watching live as opposed to Memorex, we'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, with another fantastic episode live and direct from London, England, and the Queen Elizabeth Platinum Jubilee, which is truly historic. All right, gang, we don't say goodbye. We say see you later. We say ciao, cheers, slancha, hasta la vista, avida zain, shalom, sayonara, and be well. Love one another. Take care of one another, and be good to one another, and keep watching The Jim Masters Show. And if you enjoyed this episode, give us a like. Click that thumbs up icon that's right there next to this episode on our YouTube channel. Like, and also leave a comment for us as well. And be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. There's no cost for that. Yeah. All right. That's a wrap. I think we did good here, right? And thanks for these great comments. Night all from the Bronx. The Bronx is in the house. The Bronx, New York. Sue, good to see you, Sue. I pass you every time we're going on I-95 South, headed towards the Throgs Neck Bridge to visit family and friends on Long Island. I pass you. You're a trooper. We appreciate you being with us here as well. Sue from New York City. Our audience is really amazing. They come from literally all around the world, and we love that. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you on the next one, all right? We'll see you soon. Right here on the Jim Masters Show. Nikki, thank you very much. And Sue, you as well. Love all the levity here on the show. And another coming in here. Yeah. I will wave. Yes. Next time we pass, make sure I alert you so you can get on top of your roof and you can wave. I'll probably see you better if I'm looking out over the Throgs Neck Bridge, maybe, right? Because I'm higher up. Thanks, Sue, in the Bronx. All right. We'll see you guys on the next one. We're going to take you to London for part 2 of our Platinum Jubilee coverage tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. Thanks for being with us. You are truly the best. We really appreciate all of you watching, passionately by commenting, or those of you who just quietly watch. You just watch, you don't comment, you just sit there and you watch. Thanks, Sue. Thumbs up to you as well. And, we appreciate all of you wherever you're watching, however you watch. A lot of people watch our show on their mobile phone, on their cell phone. You know that? That's the number one platform or technology that people watch our show. I took a look at our analytics. The number one way people watch our show is on their cell phone because it's mobile. You can be anywhere. And then I think the second is the laptop, and PC. And then I think television, because some people have the ability to see YouTube on their TVs. We can see it on our TV as well. So it's like a TV series. And but the number one way people watch is on their cell phone. So I'm probably just a small little screen that you're looking at, right? That might be good. All right, gang. You too. Thank you, Kathleen. Absolutely. Allison Tillman is here. Good to see you, Allison. Thanks for having Debra on. My pleasure, Allison. I hope you're doing well. And she was great. Yes, she was, Allison. Yes. Very open and authentic, which a lot of our guests are, which I think is refreshing, isn't it? All right, we're signing off. Be well, take care, love one another, as we said earlier. And the phone is easier to type on, too. So you got the phone there. So you can be climbing Mount Everest posting because you're on your phone. Thanks, Sherry. All right, signing off for the 5th time. Jim Masters here. You guys be well. Take care. Thanks for joining us in this episode. Wherever you're watching around the world, we appreciate you joining us as often as you can. And as often as you are, I'll be here for you as long as you're here too. People keep asking how long you're going to do the series for, because this was something I just did, flip the switch on the side 2 years ago, 700 episodes ago almost. And as long as you are out here, we continue to grow with viewers, grow with everything. Well, keep doing it for you. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work, but a lot of fun. Take care. Have a good night, folks. We love you all and be well. Cheers.